Limpopo Police are investigating a case of theft after groceries worth thousands of rands intended for school nutrition program were allegedly stolen. The food was stolen from a house where the service providers stored it in Polokwane. It was due to be distributed to schools in Mankweng. It is alleged that the food was sold to spaza shops owners by the caretaker of the house. The police say that the suspect confessed to the crime to the service provider, who is his relative. SABC News reporter Koketšo Motau has more for us and compiled the following report for us.
All right, thank you so much. Indeed, the police in Limpopo are investigating a case of theft after the grocery of food which were intended for school nutritional program were stolen here in Polokwane. These food were meant to be, delivered at one of the schools in Mankweng. So unfortunately, they were stolen, and the company found out on Monday that indeed some of those food which were supposed to be delivered in Mankweng were stolen. And when they tried to actually speak to the person who was responsible for the place where this food were kept, he actually, was sending the company and the police from a pillar to post. But to get clarity and to get more information regarding what actually transpired, I'm now joined by Mr. Mabuya, who is the company owner where the food were actually stolen. Mr. Mabuya, thank you so much for joining us here on SABC News. Just take us through what actually transpired.
Thank you very much for the opportunity that has been given to me to voice my concern. Actually, the school feeding foods were supposed to be delivered on Monday. So on our arrival where the stock has been kept, we find that the stock is no more. We try to find the person. Normally is one of the family members who normally take care of the stock and sometimes who do some deliveries on my behalf. Unfortunately, his cell phone was off the whole day. Sometimes the cell phone it will be on. I will call, he will respond back. After some few hours, the cell phone is off. We communicate, or either we communicate through WhatsApp. So 3 hours later, the cell phone is again off. As he was saying to me that the stock should be delivered on Tuesday, then I say no. The stock should be delivered on Monday because schools are opening on Tuesday. So we should not embarrass our kids at the schools. So what he says to me is that if they come on Monday, it must be after 12 midnight. So I'm saying, no, whether you are around or you are not around, I know how to store control so that it can be delivered to where it's supposed to go. So, and one other thing that I would like to clarify, the guy was not an employee of the company which the police has mentioned. Neither he was the employee of my facilitating company. We were just assisting each other if I'm not around, because most of the time he's got his private responsibility that he was busy with them. So I could not full-time disturb his program of the day. Mm-hmm. Yes. So
how much is the cost of the stolen stock, and how did this affect the food nutritional program at the intended school?
It was for 2 months stock, which cost 215,000 rand. So the impact, it got a very bad impact, especially to our kids at school, and especially to the small companies that they are still trying to grow up. So definitely, unfortunate part is how are we going to get the stock so that our kids should be fed the whole month?